Hooray! Oh, I've done something horrible to my Twitch overlay. Ad blast. Yo. Let's AM's Randall. Hard mode, play daily. That's awful snout. That's Satyr. I think the Satyr stupid head is slightly more played than awful snout. This is the one cycling, you can pay to recur it zombie. And this looks like a dog shit angel. So I'm going to go with the cycling zombie. That's Walking Ballista. This is Snakeskin Veil. And this is like a random, like, deal damage to someone card. That's Pyrite Spellbomb. Wow. It's been a very easy day so far. This copies a spell, and this is a random vampire card. I want to believe that the copy spell is more popular than the vampire card, but also Edgar Markov is the most played commander. I think we're going to click on the copy target spell. All right. Oh, that's the bounce spell. And that's Tinderwall. No one knows what the fuck Tinderwall is, so I'm going to go with the bounce spell. Fuck! Tinderwall is a better card. No one knows what Dalsim's Cube does except for me. So it's going to be the curse here on the left. That is an elf deck staple versus a bunny deck staple. I'm going to say it's the... This art's cooler. I'm going to click on it. All right, great. Yep, Voyaging Satyr, Cycling Gladiator, Walking Ballista, Snakeskin Veil, Pyrite, Teach by Example. Yeah, Tinderwall. Maybe I should have guessed that Tinderwall's stronger, so it should be played more, but I was like, no one knows what the fuck Tinderwall is. Yeah, Delleaf's Cube. You can stop your creatures from dealing damage to get regenerates. Awful. Round of Skemfar. Devoted Caretaker. This card art was so cool. Yeah. Let me turn down the music a little bit. We have a new crossword today. The creeping variety seen several reprints since Vision. Creeping Vine? I hate when they do artist names. Like, no offense to artists, but also... Not Anger, Glory, or Filth. Valor? Aria. What's 2 down? A cookie-based slang Oreo. Creeping one. Creeping variety. Another name for Inverter of Truth. A team. This is 2-headed giant lingo. I'm all over that. Oh, due respect. That makes things enter tapped. Could be Dreadmaws, Giants, or not Oracle. Ire. Fuck. Rain. I think it's her last name's Rain, right? Planeswalker route. Oh, Zarek. Is it Zarek? Is it spelled team? Oh yeah. I don't. I think what I did is I typed out TEAM, but it skipped this character because this was already filled by Oreo. So it did TEAM. Blade. Oh! Don't do that. Oh, that's not the right one. So this isn't Valor. So B. Part of the judgment cycle, not anger, glory, or filth. Yeah, A's. I knew I spelled Zarek wrong. I didn't know where the A went. So it's not anger, glory, filth, valor. Which one starts with B? Oh, yeah, because this is Blade. Oh, no, her name's like Lycia? Braun's a really good one. I used to run that in Farrakha too. I don't know how I blanked on that one. Agent. Agents, I guess you pluralize it. Type of elemental from Fifth Dawn, and also an artist. And then another name for Inverter of Truth. A liar. Kind of verdict. Damning. Tornado. Warrens. Park's other thumb cares about this role. Formerly a lush forest on Dominating area. Currently the shadows are thanks to the Argoth. Back to Kark's thumbs. You'll do this. You'll do things twice and... So... Choose... Damning. You are already dead. Is this my only guess is that this is not choose? Looked for you. One across. Mold. Oh yeah, creeping mold. What a certain creeping pit's made out of tar. Joven's little weasel-like buddy is probably used for burglary. Oh, I'm so bad at Joven lore. Rados triple. In the warring varieties of this, a triad. Vader's kin to all. Another artist. The aura of this name gives a keyword of its name. Making it a scary prospect. Oh yeah, fear. That makes sense. It's a bear toy, and there's a friendly one from Duskborn. So this makes me think it's beastie. Like, well, this is a triad, though. Teddy! Ah. Cat Warrior Ojanon's given name, at least the one that fits here. Czar Ojanon. Joven's little weasel-like buddies. 28 down. Powder Balance Artist! Stop! Deck type nickname characterized by... And this isn't even like its full fucking name. It's just... That's like part of the name. Oh, how do we fill this out? I don't know. Let's take like the last 3 characters and the first character. Yeah, ferrets. Thank you. The Halcyon Witness, known for exchanging your life with its power. Evra. I think it's Evra. This type of dynasty, a neon one. Sling for a full combat stealth or a full send. Wind or oh, Winder. Yeah, Junk Winder, Tower Winder. Glimpse Nature and Seek. So there's some errors in your puzzle. You are already dead. That's correct. Matt Stewart. Creeping Variety, so Mold. Aria. 22 down, ignore. Oh, I see, yeah. Good. 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 You ignore one result. That's Org. Legion. Looked for you. They just added it a week ago, TechSpot. Henry. Send, Neon. Evra. Steve Ellis. That makes sense to me. Urza's Land, that's Tron. Sand. Derek. Where do. Tornado. Elemental. Okay, so what's wrong here? Did I spell Lycia wrong? Rigo Streetwise Mender. Ace, yeah, it's Lycia with a C. Okay, there we go. That's what was wrong. Hooray. Jesus Christ. This is Liberator Urza's Battlethopter. Jesus! EDH, what's going on today? This is the wordiest cards of all time. When this enters... Jesus, what is this word? Madness? No, it's not madness. CYC, no. Whenever exhaust, but what fucking colorless thing has exhaust? Or well, it's not probably colorless actually. I don't think this is an uncard. Use each. Yeah, it's not exhaust, I don't think. Oh, like an unearth? Or escape? ESC. Oh, this is Flage! It's like Flage or Croxa. It's Croxa, Titan of Death's Hunger. You've mentioned before that you hate playing against Group Hug. What's your least favorite type to pilot? I don't know. I like playing just about any deck. I think Group Hug. I don't know. I just don't like not contributing to like a win. I hate just being there. You know what I mean? We're not out of games, right? No, we are. No, Nightmare. I don't have the other one as part of my rotation anymore. Let's do the art game. I'm vibing right now with daily games. We can just keep yapping. Fucking stupid unicorn, stupid minotaur rather. A hostile minotaur. Psychic surgery. I don't know. Pick the brain. Target opponent reveals his or her hand. You may choose a non-link card from it and discard that card. Delirium. Search everything for that card. This looks like a valorous stance kind of art. Moment of valor. It did have the word valor in it. Damn, this art crazy. I know who's in this art. But it's like Evan Carr's Mercy. I don't know. Last Caress. 3 mana. Target player loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Draw a card. Holy shit. Hook hand. Cabin door. Hook hand. It's actually hook hand. That's awesome. Damn, what is this card? I've never seen it before. Yeah, Lorwyn Squish Face. Redeem the Lost. Target creature you control gains protection from the color of your choice, and then you clash. Okay. Oh, this is a land cycler, isn't it? I knew it was on Lorwyn. It's just like, God, I don't know what fucking card it is. Docile Dog Mount. Armored Kin Collar. Okay, this wasn't a land cycler. You may reveal a dinosaur card from your hand if you do gain 2 life. This is the Unagi. I don't know. Unagi spray. -4, -0 until end of turn. I'm sorry, is otter part of the text on this card? Why? For standard, I guess, but that's not what I normally think of when I think of a fucking sea monster as a goddamn otter. Oh, I know this card! Chat, finally one I know. Extract brain. This is, it's the one that makes Pegasus, and he gives other Pegasus, he gets stuff. Fuck, what is it called? No, what's it called? Sun's Grace. Okay, thank God. I knew it was something Heliod related. Little egg butt friend. Nest robber. Anything that makes him an egg enemy, I suppose. God, I don't know. What the fuck's happening there? Thank you, Waroki. Oh, Young Peasy. I know that one was tough. Add a car wastes. Nope, calciform pools. I knew it was an Azorius land. I've fallen into the throes of cube. Good. Finally, honest to God. Gem of slaughter. Like, Jesus, that art's crazy. Arrow volley trap, I see. Topiary stomper. Ugh. Explosioneer. Crokid Amphibonaut. My fault. Brought back. There we go. That's our 5th one. Dead man's chest. I'm just gonna keep going until I get one wrong now. Which is probably gonna be right now. No! Disa! Stop! I want to stop playing the art game. Me if you've heard this one before. Girls like us are rotten to the core. Is this a fucking Lorwyn card? This is like, this looks like a Lorwyn card. Probably gonna be a land. Which of the shocks does this look most like? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, is that this is a Lorwyn shock. So I think it's, Overgrown Tomb, but that doesn't make any sense. This is not Eldraine. The art quality's not good enough. This is Lorwyn. Overgrown Tomb would be the... But this isn't... It's not Witch's Cottage. I know this gives witch energy. I'm going to lock in Overgrown Tomb, I guess. Sinister Hideout. Oh, it's an Omen Path Spider-Man card. Sure, whatever. All right, do we have Silver Rose here with us? That's me. Great. We have a Spider-Man deck. It's a stun counter deck. First deck I made that's not a pre-con upgrade. Have not purchased. Only Goldfish. Aiming for bracket 3. Okay, so game plan. Would like to feel control-ish. Create stun counters to draw cards and or slow the table down. Proliferate stun counters plus charge counter mana sources. Accumulate cards. Counter spells. Win with Triskaidekaphile. 20 Toad or Approach of the Second Sun plus Remain Reprieve. No cards above $50. Other than those included thus far. Spider-Man holds back his punches, so I like the flavor of a non-violent. Lose life, damage, poison as primary win cons. Milling Labman is fine, although I could be persuaded if it's cool or fun enough concerns. Generally inexperienced balancing packages, so opinions greatly appreciated. Worried that there isn't enough protection to allow the commander to attack each turn, considering either more protection or other ways to enable. It's okay, so worried about resilience to board wipes / considerable removal. You're a control deck. You have counterspells out the ass. You don't care about board wipes. Worried that the deck doesn't have enough stacks, isn't able to slow down the table enough. Maybe need to include some silences. Probably need more card draw and tutors. Really want to include the 3 Azorius Teferis. But I'd have to be bracket 2 version. Alright, I got the roommate text. I could Tammy Moonsage for similar reason. Because, okay, yeah, because it's a little weak. Okay, so. Duplicate. We can do it whenever you want, Jared. So we can even do it after this one. Okay, so. Tap target creature defending player controls, then put a stun counter. Then you may remove up to 3 stun counters from among all permanents. Draw cards equal to the number of stun counters removed this way. I see. The Sleep Curse Fairy is just Ancestral Recall after you get Sensational Spider-Man out. Proliferate. Yeah, I do like Triskaidekaphile. I don't like 20 Toad. I think 22 Toad is way too slow. Does Polyrog Prodigy do much here? I don't know if you've ever played with this card, Bagfish, but it always does everything. Okay, this is not okay. I would not run cards that are just like, stun a thing. Because that's not worth a card. That's not worth a card. Especially not at sorcery speed. Like, I guess those are 2-mana draw 3 with your commander, but I'm not that hyped for, like, I've tapped out for my 3-drop and now I get Chart a Course Plus. Like, that's just not, I don't think that's a really good payoff. I think instead you just want to go up on proliferation style effects. And in fact, you can even do more tap punishing. So I don't know what the fuck you're doing in Thought Vessel. With Peace and Love. I don't know what that's doing there. Love Astral Cornucopia. Love everything Flat Chalice. Let's also talk about Empowered Auto Generator. Oh, it's already in. Thank God. But yeah, Mother of Runes would be good. Peter Parker's camera does not feel like it's really doing much. Like, you get to double trigger Spider-Man draw 6, I guess, but you can proliferate it, but there's just not a lot of other things in here that really has me interested in it. You have Lorien revealed, and that's a land, so we can probably cut a land here. Probably a plains because you're a Mystic Sanctuary deck. Triskaidekaphile is a perfectly fine card. And I would not cut it. So. Yeah, you have Kidnap. Good. I love this card. Gain control of a creature, and you get 3 stun counters on that creature, and then you attack with Spider-Man, draw 3 cards. Brutal. What do you mean bounce lands to support MDFCs? Like, yes, I get it. Like, you can bounce your MDFC and then get it back and cast it as a spell. But, like, you don't have to. The support MDFCs need is none. They're good already. You don't need to bounce your MDFCs for them to be good. I don't even know if I like poo-poo UFO in this. Okay. So now, talk about additions. So we're a proliferation deck. What's some good things to proliferate? And what are some good proliferators? Contentious Plan's fine. I like Experimental Augury a lot. Whenever an opponent commits a crime, proliferate. I do like Ripples. Ripples is very strong. Serum Snare is also not bad. As is Gambit. Okay. The Deadliest Commander deck building sin was a video I made, and it's okay. I'm surprised that's my most popular video, honestly. Not to say it's a bad video. I do rather like it, but like, I wouldn't have, those words wouldn't have come out of my mouth if I didn't believe them. But certainly was shocking that it was my most popular video. I'm just wondering if there's something that like really cares about like punishing tapped creatures. You could run like Hilda's Crown of Winter if you're not already. Draw a card for each tapped creature your opponents control. Ooh, Split Up is fun. It's already in. Yeah, Fear of Sleep Paralysis is already in. You have Shadow the Second Sun. So maybe we do the court thing. Court of Vantress. You can copy an enchantment with this. Copy the court. Or copy the shadow. You get bonus upkeeps. Those are also enchantments entering. That makes Fear of Sleep Paralysis very happy. You then maybe run like Sun Spider to like tutor up one or the other. Oh, you can't tutor up Court of Vantress though. You can only tutor up Shadow with Sun Spider or Kidnap. So maybe not, maybe not. We can't put in Line Tutor in the deck. Count the Game Changers, bud. We're already maxed. You can run like Idyllic. Okay, Idyllic's not bad. Whoops. All right, let's play test this. Oh, is Verity Circle in? It's hopefully so. Yeah, it's already in. Yes, I would keep this hand. Oh, Maze of Ith isn't a land. Okay, okay. I see why we had 40 lands now. After midnight. This Spider-Man sure is sensational. Okay. So let's cut the Idyllic Tutor. Put back in another land. Or Ash Barrens, I guess. Enters tapped. Enters tapped. Spider-Man. Boop, boop, boop. I land. Boop. Tap your creature. Remove a billion stun counters from here. We're gonna have to cut Reliquary Tower from this deck. I don't make the rules. That's just how it goes. Seventh from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hooray! Guys, great news. We win. Yeah, that's like turn 7. For the second Sun win. How'd the Femtanol concert go? Good. Real good. So this is definitely not feeling bad. In fact, it felt rather good. So my thought is maybe we can increase the interactivity of your deck or the safety of your deck. Like maybe we go down Farewell. I don't think you're going to have any issue controlling boards in this deck. And like Wizard class I'm a little bit mid on. And that frees up a couple slots for maybe some more fun synergy side grade kind of cards. So I'm thinking a lot more like we kind of want to just like have a no interaction during our turn. So like a voice of victory style of effect. Or Teferi time Fun Raveler. Rumples McScrooge, thank you for subbing to the channel. So Teferi Time Raveler. And then also voice. Those both feel pretty decent to me. Yeah, I think this is good to go. Hopefully my streamer bot works now. Aha, it does. Last time I streamed, it did not post shit in the chat, which was very annoying. How many decks are there in queue? Up to 8. There's a lot today. Anyway, Silver Rose, thank you. Because we have one makeup, and then my friend Jared has a deck he wants me to look at. And he gave me an Ugin to do that, so I'm going to do that. Okay, so Jared, let's do this. Let's do the silly deck. I'll be first in line for next time then. I'm very confused. I don't know what you mean by this sentiment. What do you mean I'll be first in line for next time? Do you have a deck review? Because if so, just tell me you need to leave early during like a week and I'll do you early. It's not really like a queue-like system. You like buy the deck review a week before and then next week you get your deck reviewed. And I'll just do it in whatever order unless someone's like, I need to leave for work today. Yeah, this is Senu Keen-Eyed Protector. This is a Voltron deck as far as what Jared has told me. So the joke here is, chat, is you attack with a legend. Dusk gets hatred. Thank you for giving a subscription to Khaki Phil. Khaki Phil's awesome. Wait, that name's so cool. But you swing with the legendary creature. Senu comes back. And then you have like 15 things that say, oh, a creature entered. Let me equip myself to you. You can also beat people to death with Inkmoth Nexus. Okay. Sounds good. I like the Bastion Protector a lot. All right, let's duplicate this deck. Day of Destiny. Woof. Does this card just not suck? It might a little. I think this does suck. I think there has to be a better card than Day of Destiny. Okay, I see I've gotten you with the woke mind virus, the Felia mind virus. But I can appreciate the Thalia's Lancers. But anyway, there has to be something that's like attacking creatures you control, like an Orcish Aura Flom, right? For white. Oh, that's curious. Nope. Oh, wait. There is a better card. Jared, there's a better card. Oh my god, I just realized there is a better card. It's called Flaming Fist. No, but it enters tapped and attacking. It doesn't just give it double strike during your turn. Fuck. I was like, okay, Duelist Heritage doesn't work. Duelist Heritage does not work because you need the target to exist. Senu does not exist. He enters, he's attacking already. Too late. Flaming Fist also doesn't work because Senu doesn't declare attackers. Senu just shits himself into play, tapped and attacking. He has vigilance. He doesn't tap himself. We're better than that. Oh, that's so sad. Fuck, that is depressing. Ozlith doesn't work to put counters on Senu. Senu is back after the attacking step. Senu's a beautiful lady, too. Okay, good to know. My beautiful she, her, Senu. Jared, what the fuck are we doing? Jared, what's this? It gets through unblocked. Motherfucker, it is flying already. It needs protection from creatures too? Okay, can I ask, Jared? Are you allergic? The Guan Yu is not coming out, by the way. That sucks so bad. That's funny, though. Are you allergic to Momo? Jared, is my question. Is Avatar a step too far in the universe's direction sphere? Momo's fine by me, I think. I think I like that take. Only one version, though. Yeah, we're good. This is the Momo that you should be running. And I think you do like a mono-white flying sort of ordeal. I don't like the Archaeomancer's map. I don't know if that's weird or not, but I feel like we're just this distracts from beating people to death. Is that crazy to say? Your curve ends at 5. Why are we ramping, right? Like, that's my thought. This is where your curve ends. I like the swords, though. Can we get hammered in this deck? Whenever it or another equipment enters the battlefield under your control, you may attach that equipment to target creature you control. It's like another Sigarda's, but it doesn't give flash to your other equipment. It could be that you're just not running enough equipment, which I could believe. Land tax is strictly better than Archaeomancer's map because we don't want to ramp, we just want to guaranteed land drops. That's not absurd to say. I do think strictly better is a strong one. It's a strong verbiage. I think what I really like, Jared, for this deck is just the Shajiri shelter to bring you to 40 lands. Right? This is just a white land. It's a tap land, sure. But it's also just a protection spell for Senu. So if I go like... Keep in mind, because Senu's swinging at me every time, it feels like. So Senu's swinging at me, and I go, okay, great, Thraben Charm your shit. You can just go, protection from white. And then you explode me, and I die. Which is preferable to me staying alive in a game of Commander. Is this a Starfield Shepherd deck? We might be getting a little too shuffle heavy with it. But like, Starfield Shepherd getting Mother of Runes, Skrelv, Hope of Girapur to return Senu, Momo, Weathered Wayfarer to then tutor for lands. Like, Jared, that's kind of cool. You have a very beautiful glut of 1-drops here that all have really good abilities. I do like Odric. Stonehewer might be too expensive. I'm wary of the Stonehewer. I'm growing wary of this Stonehewer. It seems a little slow, but... That is true. But that means you've played Stonehewer Giant and no one strangled it. Which I guess I feel bad removing a Stonehewer Giant, so... Yeah, Ranger of Eos is sadly a little cooked in modern day, but Ranger of Eos is still good because it gets the 2-for-1 right away. If anything, more in Ranger of Eos because fucking Bright Glass Gear Hulk got printed. Fucking Ranger of Eos, eat your heart out, dude. First Strike Trample also can get artifacts or enchantments with mana value 1 or less. So sorry, Ranger of Eos. Bye. Do you ever politics with this deck, Jared? Where you're just like, hey, I'm just gonna tickle you with Lauren for 2, but I'm gonna absolutely like disintegrate this other person. You should not block Lauren, so Senu comes back. I'm kind of craving like a mana engine for this deck, and I'm trying to think about how to do it. I think this is a Relic of Legends deck. Or even, maybe even better, Honor Worn Shaku. Honor Worn Shaku lets you tap any legendary permanent to untap it. So this basically just gives every legendary thing in play Convoke, including legendary equipment. Because you can tap your equipment for it. So I think if you want like a mana engine, it should be like an Honor Worn Shaku Relic of Legends type of deal. The only question is how are we making room? I like Lae'zel's Acrobatics. I think Ghostway is your worst mass flicker spell, and we have like another protection spell in the form of Sejiri Shelter now. Okay, I don't like the Pure Steel. That's how I feel. It cheats Colossus Hammer, though. Oh! Gosh, this list is so tight. I'm happy I have Sand Scout Pildew as well. It does say draw a card on it, but it draws a card. I am Batman for, drumroll please, 8 cards in our deck, which is what has me a little wary of it. Okay. Tomic is a very good unblocked attacker. That is sus. Okay, but the big thing with Pure Steel is you're using it to discount Colossus Hammer into a 0-drop. How do you feel about like Leon and Shikari? You may activate equip abilities at any time you can cast an instant. Normally I run this with Sunforger so you can like equip and unequip Sunforger on opposing turns. But I think here it's actually really good. Because you just go like, okay, Senu's back. During combat, I'm going to pay 3 mana. I'm going to put Blackblade Reforged on her. Okay, Commander Isha can go. Goodbye, Commander Isha. Can't touch Guan Yu. That's been established. Are we against Cloud because he's UB? Okay. We cannot put Cloud in this deck because he's the wrong flavor of UB. Momo, Jared likes Avatar. We're cool with that. Jared likes Lord of the Rings. We're fine with that. No, Final Fantasy. We're out. We cannot tolerate the Final Fantasy here. God, this deck is so cool. I'm a big fan of this one, I gotta say. What's wrong with Final Fantasy? Dude, it's literally the Twitter meme. Chat, it's literally the Twitter meme in chat right now. Oh, I like pancakes. So you hate waffles. You want me to die because I like waffles. No one hates Final Fantasy, alright? He just doesn't like it. He's just not a fan. Oh no, we're having a good time. I'm not actually like fucking streamer crashes out and loses his mind over fandom. No, I really honestly don't care. What the fuck is going on? We're looking at a Senu deck, Helios. Nothing. Helios, you're here every week. This is what it's always like. What do you mean, what the fuck is going on? For a millisecond. Sydney gets it on. Alright, the vibe is chilled. So hang on. Let me, Jared. Can you educate me on Halia here? What's going on? Can you educate me on this matter? I don't know, Loki. Okay, I think Halia is definitely not the best. Senu enters. That is true. We've gotten 1 out of 3 now. Senu has entered. Dink. Okay, you can make 2 more things enter. I guess you like Starfield Shepherd, like... I don't know. I think it'll draw you like 2 cards, and that's pretty decent. I think it's maybe better in a little bit more of a aggressively gaining life kind of deck. I'm sorry for upsetting you. Don't worry about it. I'm crashing out for content. The stream viewership drops below 70. I'm like, I need to start clowning around right now, or else we're gonna go to 50. So legends matter. God, it's taking every fiber of my being not to put the Grand Cenobite in this deck. Should there be more ways to find Fortunu and Sigarda's aid? I don't think so. I don't think it's required anyway. Type. Moxed Amber would be very good. Type instant. Equip. Attach. I wonder if there's like a... Arden doesn't work. That makes me sad. If that creature is attacking, you may attach any number of equipment you control to it. You just... I want to find one of these that just like says draw a card on it. I wish we had one of these and it just said draw a card on it. And oh my god, that card would be so good. Modern Horizons 4 will give us that card. Another thing I would accept is like a way to flicker an equipment and then Sigarda's aid re-triggers. That's sick. Jared, it's really hard for me not to put this card in this deck, by the way. Because, like, not only does it buff Senu when it comes back, but it also gives all of your legendary creatures unblockable. And then if Senu ever gets, like, perma-exploded, just gone forever, like there's a Containment Priest in play or something, you just slam Elish Norn and kill that guy. You just slam Elish... And it kills the Containment Priest, I guess, too. But you know what I mean. That's my thing. It's like you had the day of legends or whatever in here. The give all legend +2/+2 for 4 mana. For the humble more of 3 more mana, creatures your opponents control get -2/-2, and you get a vigilance set 4/7. But my curve. Yeah. You can afford one giant fuck. Like, here, actually, I'm just gonna stick it in for a playtest, Jared. And if you don't like the way it looks, then if it goes pear-shaped, we'll know. But also, like, let's take a peek. Let's take a peek. It sucks because I don't like Danitha. In fact, I'm gonna do a quick legend search really quick after we cut another thing, and then we'll get to playtesting. How do I sign up for next week? It's through the coffee. Can one of my beautiful people get the coffee link for I Am Bat Meme here? I don't know if exclamation coffee works anymore. It kind of exploded recently. Yeah, I'm going to look through Legends really quick for sure. I don't know. That's the coffee. All right. So I'm just going to cut something random. It sucks because I can't cut a legend. Type legendary sword MB. Oh, flying might also be very keen as well. So let's hit all the flyers first and then hit it with minus. I shall resist the urge. I shall resist. I shan't turn this into a Dark Depths deck. You already have one useless fucking land that doesn't tap for anything. Okay. O-tag evasion. Wait, let's put... What the hell? Sure. Ah, yes. My unblocked Merit Lage will bring Senu back. So close to greatness. Oh, it sucks because this card's so good for you. It's unreal. I didn't proxy another copy of it, though. I only got one. For those that don't know in chat, I printed out all the Omen Path versions of the Spider-Man cards I wanted. I'm so confused by the cards being added. I don't know how to help you with that. I'm sorry. Whenever you attack, the number of attacking creatures is... Nah, probably not. Sorry, Eddie. Colorless and artifact spells. What Gisela Brunet because they're evasive legends. No, no, no. Get out of my head. Get out of my head. Linval is annoying as shit. I have a Linvala. Well, I don't have one to trade. It's in Sephara, but I have Linvala in Sephara, and holy fuck, Jared, it's so annoying. It was pretty okay, but I'm so mad this doesn't trigger for each opponent. Linval the Preserver would be so cool. Especially for like 2 at a giant cube. Okay, we've officially gotten too lost in the sauce here. We are up here. I think it's Welcoming Vampire, which feels very weird to cut, but I think you've buffed Senu enough, just with like passive static auras, like a flowering and stuff, that it's not going to trigger. Yeah, that's a lesson I learned the like kind of hard way. In fact, Kellen doesn't even run Welcoming Vampire. It was in the original list and I ended up cutting it. I hate Mangara. Dude, Mangara is like, I do not think this card's good at all. I don't know if I've ever drawn a card off this commander, and I played it for like 2 years. Not like in the command zone or anything, but I had Mangara back when he was like a $10 card, and I put him in every white deck for like 2 years after he came out. And I never drew a card off the dude, ever, in a million years. Which I guess is good, because it means you're not being attacked or whatever, but like also it's just like, I don't know, 4 mana for a thing that doesn't even draw you cards, like feels pretty bad. Is Reconnaissance actually good for you, by the way? Like, okay, what's the Reconnaissance tech here? I guess it gives everything Vigilance. That's true. It gives everything Vigilance. You can do it after combat damage. It's Recon's fine. I'm just a lot more worried because it's just like Senu is gonna come in. Like, you need it to be unblocked anyway, but like, I guess it makes sense. You can protect Felia. It's fine. Yeah, that works too. Yeah. Yeah, fucked up with banding. You're right. No, you're cooking. For those that don't know, by the way, Cathedral of Sarah's in this deck, which is the banding card. Oh, we added another land, so we can cut up plants. So hear me out, though. You should probably add Urborg and Yavimaya. Urborg's more expensive, but you should at least maybe get a Yavimaya for this deck, because now you have Dark Depths and you also have Cathedral of Sarah, which both don't tap for mana. So just turning them into colorless lands with a Yavimaya is actually pretty good. And then maybe someday you get Urborg as well. Plus they're legendary. Yeah, no, that's not something to discount either. So just like making, although we are a little low on planes now, which has me a little worried for Ameria. Oh, that's so cute. I'm not gonna get Forge of Heroes. That's so fun. No, I like all this. All right, let's playtest this now. Here we go, chat. Now let's Heroes Blade now. I love Ms. Miracorp. I know you do. Don't gotta tell me. All right, here's our 5 power girl. Move to combat. Hit you with Senu. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's Linvala. Well, I'm gonna die. Either like literally, like it's you can't remove Senu because there's another legend right here. You need to remove both. That shit's so annoying. Dink, hit you again. Oh, beautiful. Oh, that's so gross. So you go 1, 2, Leon and Shikari. It is true. This is just free to scry. Anyway, someone goes like board wipe. Scry, you gain 2 life, scry 2. Bottom. 1, white, final showdown. Linvala has indestructible in the face of the board wipe. Leon and Shikari goes away. Next turn. Attack with Linvala. Dink. We're back to normal. Also, Aven Interrupter for the next removal spell. Gross! Pass. You don't have to Aven Interrupter. 1, 2, 3, 4. Monumental Henge. Top 6, right? Top 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we'll take Alishnorn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We missed a land drop somewhere. I could have like played one. Squish. And in fact, you could tap Linvala. To keep up a mana. And then you would actually have Aven Interrupter mana here if you tap both these two. And like I played my land drop earlier. And that's like really the key of playing like a tempo-y white deck like this, is being able to deploy the fucked up thing and then also having a protection spell for it. Like that's the goat of like being able to fuck with people. If anything, hang on, Jared, do you know about Fanatical Devotion? I think, what is it called? Yeah, Fanatical Devotion. Sacrifice a creature, regenerate target creature. What's the difference between hate bears and stacks? Stacks is like Winter Orb, Smokestacks, right? It's mana denial. There's a lot of that stuff. But hate bears are specifically stacks that's on creatures. So hate bears are stacks, but not all stacks is hate bears. So my thought, Jared, is that you slam a Fanatical Devotion and you protect all your other legends and you use Senu to do it. Do I have enough stuff to sack though? Oh, but you can't sack Senu. Unless, wait, Jared, unless you just run a ton of Grave Hate in this deck. So if anything gets put in the graveyard, it exiles Senu. Like you run like Relic. Target player exiles a card from their graveyard. Yeah, like main deck Rest in Peace. Or like bare minimum just run Relic. Like this cycles. So like sack Senu, protect something, and then Relic yourself. What I really want is like a Starfield Shepherd target that does it though. So chat, is there a Starfield Shepherd target that lets us exile stuff? There's like Heap Doll, but that sucks. Like this sucks. Alternatively, a legendary thing. Oh, there's no, Stone of Eric doesn't work. Lion Sash. Lion Sash is perfect. Lion Sash is equipment that does it. So now you have this, and we're not too lost in the sauce, Jared, because Relic It just works. And you can always sacrifice other things to Fanatical Devotion to make it work. Like, you're more than happy to eat Thalia to keep Elish Norn alive, right? Is my thinking. Lion Sash is literally the perfect recommendation, though. So thank you. Just call me Fizz on YouTube. Type land O, exile O, card O, graveyard. I wonder if there's a land that does it. Like, as a cost, like tap, exile a card from your graveyard to do something. Exile a land card. And then last tap Corey, which is already in. Okay, I think it's Danitha. We've added enough legends. I don't really like Danitha. Yeah, Adeline tokens. There must be, we literally talked about it earlier, Cosmic Drift. There is Dark Depths in this deck, which taps for mana, and there's Cathedral Sarah, which does not, like, these two don't tap for mana. So making those into lands that tap for mana are good. Urborg is also like a $45 card, so that's the reason why it's in considering and not in the main deck. Can I ask Jared how we're cheating Colossus Hammer? I know we have Pure Steel. But what else are we doing to turn Colossus Hammer into guaranteed? Oh, Forge Anew. And the Giant. Sigarda's Aid. Okay, yeah. We're there. Yeah, we're there for the Okay, I think I might actually cut Thalia's Lancers. And it's tough because we did just add Dark Depths, which makes Thalia's Lancer way better. So Thalia's Lancers, the reason why I like it is because it's a human in Kellen. So when I play it in Kellen, one, I'm a green deck, so I just have infinite mana. But two, it can also be reanimated by Bruna, cast trigger. But here we do have Urza's Ruinous Blast. We do have Dark Depths. Oh, legendary. Yeah, so you can get Urza's Ruinous Blast with this too. It's so tough. So it might be Sariemma, but I don't think... No, like, it's just not cutting into the tutors. Like, I don't know even what I'm saying. It's a tough cut right now. Feels very tight, the list. Maybe it's Pure Steel. It sucks to do, though. Yeah, in a real world scenario where it's not your deck, I'd cut Guan Yu, but alas, we live in reality. You have 41. Yes, we have 41 lands, but 2 of them don't tap for mana. So it's actually 38 lands. 39 if you want to count Weathered Wayfarer. Reeves are definitely very good. Okay, maybe we just lean on Lion Sash in its entirety and cut Relic. Yeah, I think that's just what you hit it with. Arden is sadly just not at the right time. That's the only issue with Arden. I was thinking about Arden, but Arden says at the beginning of combat, and by that time, Senu's already tapped and attacking. I mean, Momo is just good because it already, like, it works with Senu very well. But we have Starfield Shepherd. Doesn't discount Tomek. Aven Interrupter. Verdane. Linvala. Tashar. So we only have 5 flyers. I thought we had more. Okay, maybe it is Momo. But it's nice to get it off the Starfield Shepherd. But I guess we already have Hope of Girper. Alright, let's play test this. Also, Jared, like, I don't know if I'm really a big fan of Lotus Field. Unless you're cheating it. I know it works with catch-up ramp. But it's like... Oh, do you have flagstones? You do have flagstones. Okay, that's a little funny. We can try it out. Since you're doing more with it than normal. Okay, draw. Monumental Henge. We don't control planes. Senu. I also have that printing and just have no place for it. Fair. Amaria. I don't know. I'd probably drop a Stone 4G here. It's like a Colossus Hammer. Or Lion Sash. Oh wow, we actually have to discard here. Or Ziri Interlude. Okay. Ooh, mama. We don't have a creature card in our graveyard. Womp womp. Not turnover. Rotate 180 degrees. Okay. So now, combat. Keshar attacks. Oh, actually, you want to Sigarda's Aid first, but then... Blackblade Reforged, Lotus Field combo. Then swing with Senu. Yeah, I really don't like Lotus Field. I like the bounce land because it keeps the Weathered Wave or the fucking stupid Sand Scout working even when you flicker with the Eerie Interlude. But I always think that Lotus Field's always a step too far. I think maybe just add another planes just to keep Amaria trucking. Or though, actually, no. We can actually cut. It's tough. Okay, so right now, 48 mana producing lands, or 38 mana producing lands, Weathered Wayfarer, and then we added Starfield Shepherd, which is like, you don't want to plane cycle this thing, but it does make it a lot more tempting to be a little more greedy. Is legend or type legend is commander. Game paper. Sort MB. I think Lotus Field can have good decks. I'm not saying, yeah, like stage Lotus Field works too, but it's just like Thespian stage can just be a land until you draw Dark Depths. It's okay. Dude, this dog grows. Okay, I think we're just going to hit this with the minus set who, minus set Finn, minus set FIC, and then minus set Spider-Man. And now we're getting nothing but cream, baby. Oh, is it not Finn? This is Finn promos or something. The Duke. So close to greatness, Kaleth. So close. Ah! Ah! I hate that noise. That's the noise for the fucking, the streaks. I forgot. There's streaks now. But still, joke's on you. Thank you for 20 bits. Wait. Noble Heritage. Commander creatures have, when this creature enters at the beginning of your upkeep, each player may put 2+1/+1 counters on the creature. Oh no, but that doesn't work. Damn, I thought it put 2 counters on your thing. I don't know why it would do that. Only as a sorcery. That sucks. No, it doesn't. Each player, right? Yeah, but each player can gain protection from you. Oh yeah, each player. No. You put the counters on Senu. This is +2/+2 for Senu. You gain protection from yourself, which shouldn't matter, but it's funny. Oh, dude, Sundial. It increases your metalcraft for Pure Steel, on top of being a legendary 3/3. We cut Pure Steel. No, we didn't. It's there. I put it back in. Are you on the double strike? Yeah, you can't. It doesn't work, sadly, Nick. The double strike background does not work with Senu because it has to. Your commander has to attack, and it has to. That triggers it. But Senu enters tapped and attacking. I can't wait to look at your deck next stream. Only. I do like Brimaz, but At the beginning of your end step, exile up to one target tapped creature you control, then return to the battlefield under its owner's control. How many legends do you have that have ETBs? I guess you can tap Lauren and then flicker her. But the rest of these don't really have ETBs besides like Beza, but it's a little weird. Yeah, like Arden isn't bad, to be clear. It's just it does have a little bit of that clunk factor with Commander. The clunk factor is there. Yeah, we have very similar mindsets when it comes to like, oh, this card is decent in the deck. It does things for me. However, it is slightly annoying that it doesn't work exactly how I want it to. It works good in like 6 out of 7 of the hang on, different numbers. 5 out of 6 of the scenarios the deck puts me in, but it doesn't work in the 6th one, so it's not good. Like I feel the exact same way. Senu doesn't come back until and isn't blocked, so this is already resolved by that point. Oh wait. I'm a silly goofball. Isn't Audric really good for this deck? He's in. Oh, not Audric. Sorry, I'm thinking of fucking Mikaeus. Mikaeus is who I'm thinking of. Other Innistrad white guy. Thank you, Jacob. Very sweet. All right, I've been very unimpressed with the legendary selection here. Definitely, like, not a lot of bad cards, per se, but there's just, like, you know, it's not been looking good. So, Mikaeus enters, so not only, okay, Starfield Shepherd, fetchable. Point number 1 for Mikaeus. Point number 2 for Mikaeus, legendary. Point number 3 for Mikaeus. You can put counters on him, and you can remove counters on him at instant speed to pump Senu. Bucket put General Jarkeld in there? Who the fuck is that? Choose 2 target blocked attacking creatures. If each of those creatures could be blocked by all creatures. So you like swap their blockers. This sucks. All right. There's not enough counters to care about the Ozolith, but we're straight up jarking it, chat. Okay, I think it's Stonehewer. I don't like cutting Stonehewer, but I low-key think it's Stonehewer. And then maybe Pure Steel. Hang on, let's play test this, see how it feels. Let's see if we did something right there, or if this was cringe. I'm joking about charcoal to get him out of there. Okay, base. Stone Hero, welcome back. Draw. Plains. Next turn. Inkmoth, Senu. Let's get Black Mage Hope. Swing with Senu. Think. Gain 2 life, scry 2.
Oh, mama. Oh, mama. Whoa. Top. Attack with Hope of Gearper. It's not blocked. It's a flying creature. Welcome back, Senu. Wait, hang on. My fault. We want to cast Noble Heritage first, but then we do this. Oops, Senu enters. 2+1/+1 counters for me. Hit you for 4. I want the Excalibur, so I'm not going to Stoneforge here. Okay, mana value of historic permanents. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thalia. Type equipment. Probably just get like Lion Sash. Or Hero's Blade. Hero's Blade's probably better. Because this is an Exile Senu turn. I like both of these. Jesus. Yeah. Top. Next turn. Combat. Here comes Hope of Gearper. There's a trigger on the stack. Hero's Blade's now in play. Senu. Think. So this is 7 power, which is the magic number. Pass. Or well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excalibur. Someone tries to destroy your shit. Well, we don't need Stoneforge anymore. Alright, and this is Lethal Senu. Beginning of your upkeep. Now 9 power. Yeah, this is like, you're doing well for yourself here. Boop, boop. Yeah, I think this is about good to go. Feels pretty decent. All right. We shall move on now. TechSpot, I see you around here. Yeah, no, thanks for the Ugin, pal. Hello, TechSpot. All right, the deck's theme is death by 1,000 cuts. But Elk, I don't want to move on. I love whatever the hell the Senu list was doing. YouTube's glazing you, Jared. They love that deck. Yeah, that's my friend Jared. He's the Grimgrin player of our playgroup. I follow him on Moxfield. Jacomus. There's a lot of popper decks here now. But Chisgoira, Hogaculation, but this one's in dry dock right now. It's being updated. This deck doesn't exist anymore. Chisgoira. This deck name's crazy. And Senu deck is now public as well. Yeah. God, this deck. When did you add Funeral Room? Was that during the zombie up decks? Is Pauper fun? No, we play it because we hate it. Anyway, TextBot has a Lassel core. I've been needing a fun Pauper list. The deck I've been playing on Magic Online that I ordered as well is It Terror? This is my deck of choice here. I like any deck that can hold on to the Monarchy and just like super mega control, and that's what this deck can kind of pivot into in certain matchups. And then in other matchups, you're versatile enough to go tempo terror, just like here's my terror, here's my terror, here's my terror, right? And then you're also like jamming Murmuring Mystics and shit. Like, so I like how flexible the deck is. It can take a lot of different postures. That's something I very much value. But there's a lot of good aggressive decks, a lot of good controlling decks, stuff like that in the format. Like Pauper is actually very diverse, combo decks even. All right. Anyway, there's someone who gave me money, so we should probably look at their deck, huh, instead of yapping. The deck's theme is Death by 1,000 Cuts. Essentially, it wins with a bunch of small bits of life lost through similar effects like Blood Artist. Game plan, stall until the deck siphons all life. Okay, I can help you out so hard. This is attempting to be a tier 3 Aristocrat deck. I'd like your advice on how to build the deck, primarily what should be added and removed. Do I have too many combo win cards? And nuanced advice on how to pilot the deck. Thank you very much. Okay, so first and foremost, I don't know if I really like Vein Ripper for this style of deck. I feel like it's too expensive for what it does. Vein Ripper's really nice when cheated, but it's probably not worth $6. Sun Titan. Similarly speaking, I do not like this card. We're gonna get into why in a moment. Sir Conrad, we're starting to push it, pal. We're starting to push it. I think Sir Conrad is a fine card. It's fine. I don't think you need an infinite combo in a deck like this. I see the Revelark combo here. Drivnod is a bit win more. Teysa isn't, though. I like the 4 and 5 mana. That's a giant gulf. The reason why I'm making cuts so fast, by the way, is because I've played a deck like this, and I know exactly what this deck craves. I think Carmen has a Sun Titan problem, which is a little bit too slow. Abdel Adrian, it's fine. It's a good card. It's very good. But unless you're comboing with Animate Dead, which you are, I wouldn't run Animate Dead. I'm not really into it. This only triggers once each turn. This only triggers once each turn. Necromancy out because we took Abdel out. Exquisite Blood. Whenever an opponent loses life, you gain that much life. I imagine you're running that because you have some sort of pinger that says whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. Yeah, exactly. You have Enduring Tenacity. I like the Enduring Tenacity a little bit, though. Okay, so now let's talk about why I made all those cuts and what I like a lot more. I think you'd be super happy with Rally the Ancestors. I think Rally the Ancestors is one of the most fun ways to play this deck. And that is also going to include cutting Lightning Greaves and stuff. Like, you don't need Lightning Greaves in this deck. You're not swinging. And also, if something dies, you just reanimate it. So, we lowered the curve a lot, and that's for Rally. Rally the Ancestors, which says return each creature card with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Exile those creatures at the beginning of next upkeep. Exile Rally the Ancestors. So what you do is you go X is 3. It reanimates every creature under Welcoming Vampire here. They all re-enter. And then you just sack them all to the Viscerus here that was in the graveyard. All right, so Rally is not alone, though. There's multiple cards like Rally the Ancestors. Foggy Swamp Visions is one, but it's not a new one. Luminous Broodmoth is fine. I would much prefer to see something like a Lively Dirge. Lively Dirge is very good for this kind of deck because it tutors every creature in your deck. This is a Black-Green Sun Zenith now, where you go 5 mana, get any 4-drop or less into play. And what that translates to is you can get, I much prefer the Prowling Geist Catcher is my preferred card. It's like a Luminous Broodmoth. I find it a little bit better, though. Whenever you sacrifice a creature, exile it. If that creature was a token, you put a counter on this. And then whenever it leaves the battlefield, return each card under your control. So you sack 3 creatures. They all get exiled to the Prowling Geist Catcher. You sack Prowling Geist Catcher. They all come back. I'm actually going to pull up my Lurrus deck. That's what this is most similar to. It's in retired. Ascend from Avernus. There we go. That's the other card. Send from Avernus. X, white, white, white. Return everything that's X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Return to the ranks. That's mana value 2 or less. Immortal Servitude's only the same mana value. Rally. Anyway, we need to get some objects in here, though. Undead Butler. Mire Triton. Stitcher's Supplier. Snarling Gorehound. Seer of Stolen Sight. Yeah, we're also trying to Gravecrawler combo, which I don't even think is necessary. I have before, somewhere in the ether. I'm gonna once again hang on. I closed the Luris deck prematurely here. This is a very large overlap. I mean, are we running Morbid Opportunist Midnight Reaper? I imagine we already are. We are running Midnight Reaper. Weird. Midnight Reaper. There's the Morph card. Mana value equals 3. Creature dies. Non-token. Draw. Agent Venom. Grim Haruspex. Human you control dies. I do like Gnawing Vermin. Legion Vanguard. Holy shit, guys. That card's busted. And then you also get to run, you already have Umbracaller Zealot. This is basically Umbracaller Zealot from back in the good old days, but it puts lands in your hand instead of the graveyard. Which is super cool. Priest of Forgotten Gods. Yeah, that one's really good. Altar of Dementia. It's probably the best card for a Rally the Ancestors kind of deck. Return each. What's the name of the type instant? Return all mana less. Not rally. Fuck. Return X creatures. Wake the Dead. Return X target creature cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. Sacrifice them at the beginning of the next end step. You can cast this only during a combat on an opponent's turn. And there's something like a Cursed Marauder. Nice little removal spell. All right, let's play test this now. Draw. Get our Snowfield Stinkhole out. $1. Wait, remove this first, of course. Type lanes. Shadowy Backstreet. Then play Swamp. Surveil 1. Stitcher Supplier. Oh, we want that. 1, 2. Umbral Caller Zealot. Next turn. 1, 2, 3. Sephiroth. And we'll tap Not Like an Idiot so we can keep Sword Splashers up. Black. Stitcher Supplier. When Sephiroth enters, we'll sacrifice Scholar of New Horizons. We'll draw a card. We will then sacrifice Stitcher Supplier. Surveil 1. Oh no, well, we mill 3 first. 1, 2, 3. Then we surveil 1. We can graveyard that. Swords to Plowshare something. Let's face it, Sephiroth's not going to live a turn. So we sack it in response to surveil 1. Graveyard. Next turn. Swamp. 1, 2. Elastil Core. Maybe we actually go 1, 2, 3, 4. Elegy Acolyte. Move to combat. Swing with Umber Caller Zealot. Second main. Altar of Dementia. Stack. Umbral Caller Zealot. Mill 3. 1, 2, 3. We did draw a card there. Right. On your end step, sack Elegy Acolyte and the robot she made to mill 6. 1, 2, 5, 6. 1, 2. And then on your turn, return 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 creatures with Wake the Dead. And we can return Elegy Acolyte, let's return Snarling Gorehound, Umbral Caller Zealot, Sephiroth. We get 2 more creatures. Stitcher Supplier, Plague Crafter. So we have 2 ETBs, or that trigger. We have 2 Snarling Gorehound triggers and a Sephiroth trigger. You've already served your purpose, Snarling Gorehound, so you're going to go away now. Oh, well, we only have 1. Whenever another. Yeah, so we're going to surveil 1. Then we're going to draw a card. Yeah, Stitcher will also mill an entry, you're right. All right, and then now we'll mill 3. 1, 2, 3. Then we can sack Stitcher Supplier, mill 3. Bummer, we milled Rally. Plague Crafter trigger. That was 1, 2, 3. Okay, that was 3 creature deaths. So we actually do have to sack Umbral Caller Zealot to the Sephiroth ETB. But we can do that, so there's no reason not to. That will flip Seph. He doesn't exile himself, right? No, we just get the emblem, though. Sacrifice this on end step. Ding. Okay, we can buy ourselves a turn here with the Meat Hook Massacre. Oh, wait, we could have milled ourselves for 5, by the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Sadly, we fizzle here, but like, God, if we have Rally, everyone just turbo dies. I think then we need like a Diabolic Intent. Just sack a creature, search for a card. Maybe out Ambitious Farmhand. Just having another one of these Living Death effects is so important, I feel. Are there any good non-combat ways to win in a Bant life gain deck? Preferably via creatures. I'm cheating tons of creatures out. I mean, like, why do you not want to win during combat? Like, Bant's really good at combat. If you're really, like... Because to me, it's like, I like Imperial Archangel a lot. Like giving this beautiful lady indestructible in some way, and then you have a prison lock, like this plus an Avacyn, and then you just start hitting people is fun to me, right? Like I just put you on a clock with my flying angels and you also can't kill me, right? But that involves combat, so you don't want that, which is like, I don't know. Not generally my speed. I'm more of a mid-range enjoyer. But yeah, I think Rally is huge here. Yeah, Ephemerate Time Warp Eternal Witness is infinite turns. Make sure you pack a Blue Sun Zenith, and then you have truly infinite turns, because you can reshuffle that. Is this a deck for Yawgmoth? Absolutely. This is a Yawgmoth deck. How much is Yawgmoth Terrain Physician? Also $11. So we added 3 $11 cards, which I'm not too proud of, but alas, that's the way the cookie crumbles. Probably not running Twilight Prophet anymore. The mana value is very low. Okay, I think this is good to go. Yeah, if you want to add some combos back in, don't add Gravecrawler back in. Add Forsaken Miner. Forsaken Miner is the fastest way to combo in this deck, because a lot of your drain effects ping people, like target player, and that's committing a crime. So Forsaken Miner would work with those. And Warren Soul Trader and all that. Hey, this is not my deck. You lied to me. What? Oh, the stream title. The stream title. I was so confused. I'm like, what self-righteous chatter thinks they talk to me? Thank you, TechSpot. Basilisk. We have Basilisk here. If not, I'll move you to the back of the stream, Basilisk, if you're hearing this right now. I'm moving you to the back of the stream to see if you show up during today's stream, and if not, we'll do you anyway, because it does say to do you anyway, even if you're not here. Are not all chatters self-righteous? No, not all chatters are self-righteous. All streamers are. You are here, Grumples. All right, great. We have a Kenrith deck. Let's just read the blurb. How do we submit a deck for review? So you have two options. One, accrue 45,000 channel points, which takes roughly about 5 months of watching. Or coffee. You can guarantee that you'll see your deck next stream through the coffee. Either or works. Either or works. Sometimes I'll give them away for free on special occasions. Today's not one of those special occasions. I have 8 decks I got to get through today, so that is if our makeup does show up, which I hope he does. Anyway, let's read the blurb for Grumpy here. I wanted to build an oops all something deck for a while and landed on Kenny due to his last ability. After experimenting, I realized Legend Synergy is pretty okay and actually made the deck 80% of a Joda deck with a silly hat. Joda as the commander would be lame though, so I use him in the 99 with Kenrith's ability and a critical mass of dudes, but it's slow. No non-creatures. Yeah, that makes sense because Amori's here. Even for a bracketage 2 deck, the deck dirtles for too long and maybe has too heavy of a curve. There are a few pieces like Kefka I'm not terribly attached to and would trade for other kinds of card advantage or priming the graveyard for Kenny. The graveyard theme has been cohesive. I'm okay with drifting away from it. It makes the deck more functional. Okay, so here's the thing. Spectacular Spider-Man is going to be one of the best cards to this deck, and I hope you're already running it. Ah, you're not! I was so wrong about Kefka. I was like, yeah, that's... I figured he meant it was because it was too strong. Anyway, Spectacular Spider-Man. You can pay 1 to make your board indestructible. And that means you can pay 6 mana forever for the rest of the game. Kenrith just says 5 and a black. Make your board indestructible. All right, we're checking the considering. Spectacular Spider-Man's here. It's now in the deck. It should be in the deck yesterday. Because removal spells are fucking rare for you. Or protection spells, rather. Because you are all creatures.
Ooh, it's like a Kolfanor, but for legends. That's cool. I don't like the Thug Shaker Cavalry. Bringer's definitely a card. I would need you to be on Bazooka Bog and a Bogart Trawler before I'm really happy with it. And also, you just do not have enough lands. I'm sorry. I think it might be Peregrine Dynamo. It's not slandering if it's true. Whenever you cast a creature spell, make a creature. For each different power among creatures. That's so fun. That's such a fun design. Do I like Oketra? As someone who's played a lot with Oketra, like I had an Oketra commander deck. I don't think so. Okay. Bogart Trawler. Bazooka Bog. All right, let's play test. I would keep this hand. Flooded Strand. Let's get a Surveil. You don't run Surveil lands. So that's a mistake. I am Batmeme. Thank you for getting a deck review for next week. Okay, no other restrictions. Yeah, let's... I want to like Volrath Stronghold, by the way, but it is a colorless land. Which is really asking a lot. Same thing with Ballins Tomb, honestly. So we do have Game Changers. This should be a Seedborn Muse deck. Anyway, let's get Deep Breath. Let's get 2 Surveil lands in here. And it looks like your most prevalent colors are green, black, and white, I want to say. So let's get Lush Portico and the other green land, probably Underground Mortuary. And then we're going to go ahead and just engage the Seedborn Muse Beam here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're not breaking the Game Changer bank here. All right, I like Galadriel, but it's a bit much. All right. So, draw. Zagoth Triumph. Next turn. Savai Triumph. Next turn. Taiga. 1, 2, 3. Boromir. Next turn. Dink, dink, dink. Sarah. Tundra. Next turn. Gaia's Cradle. We have the beautiful curve here. 1, 2, 3. Kenrith. 1, 2, 3, 4. We could have tapped in a different way. Yes, we have 2 white sources. So yeah, we could have tapped a different way. We could have also placed Silvala here. Silvala. And we could do that in the opposite order to get the stupid fuck mercenary. All right, we're now on turn 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dude, Silvala's a turbo dork. Holy shit. So, Harrison, thank you for getting a deck review for next week, I presume. Sometimes it isn't a deck review. Sometimes they just give us a little money. Okay. Choose a color. Add 1 mana of that color for each different power. We have 5 different powers. We're going to choose black. Here's Shelly. Blue, ton of green, Prime Speaker Vanifar, Umori to hand. Red, give every creature trample and haste. Prime Speaker Vanifar. Sack. Well, I want to check now. What 4 drops are we rocking? Ooh! Ratadrabic of Urborg is pretty good. You can also do Miracle Max to protect one thing. Yeah, so you sack. We do control. This would have transformed, my fault. But, well, you wouldn't want to get Ratadrabic because you don't want to delete Boromir. Looks like a general Jarkel deck to me, not gonna lie, dude. I'm not gonna Jark this deck up. What 6 drops are we rocking? Rurik Thar, Havali, Bane of Progress. I like the options. I like the haste play you can do with Prime Speaker Vanifar. That's a lot of fun. I think I want you to run Cutsil. It feels like you are like just like being unsusceptible to counter spells is just like so good. I think it's better than Kira. It's also less mana intensive for you. So from there, though, let's look at board protection stuff. Marin does seem slow. If Marin's in the deck, we probably should not be on it. I have funny categories if it helps. It doesn't. Oh. You can run Avacyn. You can run Avacyn. You can run Avacyn. 5 mana. Protect your board. And that's also like on a really large glut of 4 drops. Your deck has like a decent number of 4 drops actually. And Vanifar can turn one of these directly into Avacyn on is it on someone else's turn or only your turn? I think it says only as a sorcery. Bummer. So you can't do it in response to a board wipe or something, but Avacyn is a very good board protection spell. So we have a black-blue hand with a bunch of green spells. Impossible to keep. This is keepable, however. Tap land, next turn. Tap land, next turn. Miss our land drop. Keep in mind we added lands. Here's Hajar. 1, 2, 3. Feyburrow Elder. Make Boss Sing Say, bro. I'm not adding Boss Sing Say to this deck. We have red, white, green still only. Foreign collect, so we get 2 forests, right? I would just like to remind chat, by the way, that we did, in fact, put more lands in this deck. Anyway, like, here's turn 8. You're, like, finally doing stuff. But, like, we also missed a million land drops that game. Okay, this is keepable. Let's zoom in a little. Windswept Teeth. Get Lush Portico. Surveil 1. Bayou on top. Nah, Bayou Graveyard. Alright. Divide Triumph. Bloodstained Mire. Yeah, no, actually, let's Asika. Think, okay, Aragorn the Unifier is red, white, green. We need a blue land off this. Underground Sea. Blue, green, red, white, Aragorn. Oh, we could have just gotten a... I forgot this taps for mana, lol. Have Vigilance. Attack someone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kenrith. Red, all creatures gain trample and haste until end of turn. Yavimaya. Green 1. Fauna Shaman. Pass. Now here's where it gets interesting, chat. Watch this. Someone goes, I cast a board wipe. Great. Red. All creatures gain trample and haste until end of turn. Discard Shieldred. Spectacular Spider-Man. 1, 2, 3. Boop. Sack it. Indestructible. Next turn. Green. Discard Havali. Or discard Fabro Elder. Seedborn Muse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Seedborn Muse. Untap all my permanents during your untap step. You guys see the loop, right? Once per turn, I can now give everything I control indestructible. For 5 black mana with Kenrith. If you have an MDFC in graveyard, let's say it's sorcery land, how does that work with Mildrotha? I'm pretty sure it's only the sorcery in your graveyard. What is that card in hand? That's Havali, the Allfather. Unless you mean Bane of Progress, in which case it's Bane of Progress, but then this one's Havali. 4 more historic things in your graveyard, it has indestructible, and then it basically Kolfinors for legends. So it brings back cheaper stuff when other legends die. But anyway, here you get to go tap 5 mana, you know, bring this back, sack it in response to a board wipe or a removal spell. So this is infinite protection. And it's also like you can do some sack stuff with Shieldred. Or you can play the land side like it's in your hand. That's cool. But yeah, you can loop some stuff here. And you can also Fauna Shaman, search for shit that like makes your stuff lethal and whatnot. Great. I think this is good to go. Fanu Mori deck. And yeah, Kenrith is doing stuff there, by the way, that is different than Joda. Specifically there, by the way, I would get Joda and just start swinging. with the Fauna Shaman. Yeah, watch out for Formidable Speaker in New Lorwyn, by the way. It's another creature tutor. We have Glarb. We have Eris. Hello, Eris. Bulk edit. Sideboard. Move this to considering. Right. This deck wants to play Glarb 3 and use him with reanimation and similar effects, so my curve can be really greedy. While it builds up and plays highly interactively, eventually becoming a highly resilient threat that can continue to refresh its board after a wipe. I don't want effects that gain a ton of life at once. That's a weakness I like about the deck. Lifelink can be okay, Exsanguinate's not. Okay. Also, any high set card should be avoided since it already ends up really resilient. Currently, the deck is a bit unfocused, but also heavily relies on Garb to function. This is usually okay because he never gets removed outside of Spite. If I miss a ramp piece, it can also really struggle. Okay. So typically with these like large reanimatory style decks, I am very wary of you being a little too overcommitted. And Last of the Marchants is kind of an example of that. The Decree of Pain. These are kind of expensive cards that kind of feel like they're in there just because they're there for expensiveness sake for Glarb. Where I am very wary of expensive cards that don't do something right away. Or that make you tap out and then you explode to a counter spell or something. I don't even know if I like Exploration Broodship. This doesn't feel like an exploration deck. Elixir. Over 100 cards, tagged as cut. Well, I've cut the cards I think deserve cutting. Put a target card from your graveyard on top of your library. Already removed 3 of the 4 cards. If anything, by the way, people are always like, oh my gosh, Elk, you should read my tags. I just know. I just know. Tags are not helpful for an outside observer. They're really helpful for you when you want to make cuts and stuff. Because it really helps you analyze like what percentage of the cards are in this certain archetype. But I really do firmly believe that if you are an outside looking in, you are able to identify the bad cards right away without the use of tags. Bad cards in air quotes, by the way. Like those cards are fine. They're the ones that I cut. They're totally fine for bracket 2 kind of environment. I love her like, please avoid high cards, but Valgavoth's in here. Okay, Maloku, we're getting a little too cute, I think. I think this is like for fetch lands and stuff, but like, or for MDFC lands, but I don't know if we need to be Malokuing all over the place here. It's also good with AC. No way someone would make Svalgavoth would ever make someone salt off. For those that don't know, me and my friend Jared in here, we were just going shopping at local game stores and stuff, and there's this, we brought our commander decks just in case. And there's this one guy who's like, who was there and was just like, do you want to play a game? And we're like, yeah, sure, we can do a game of 3DH. I played my new Reanimator deck, and I animated Valgavoth and started stealing all of his dragons from his Dragon deck, which keep in mind, his deck is like 2.5, 3K. And, I'm stealing all his dragons and shit because I keep spelling his dragons and then casting them with Valgavoth. And he's like microing me on my dragons, like, well, you shouldn't do that because then this and that. And I'm like, no, I'm just gonna do my thing, man. And then he hits me with this. Get ready, fucking Orzhov players, man. Why don't you fucking find some cards you like and play them yourself instead of stealing everyone else's cards? I was so happy. I couldn't laugh in his face because he would probably jump me in the parking lot. But man, I love those people. It's always the Dragon pilots. I don't want to profile based on deck playing, but it is mostly Dragon players that are like that. There's good Dragon players, but God, you know. I'm sure there's plenty of Dragon players that are beautiful, lovely people, but also
every time I meet someone who salts off, they give Dragon energy. You know what I mean? Yeah, no. Game 1, Jared's $50 Chisgoyra unsleeved deck that he keeps in a plastic bag utterly disintegrated his $3,000 Shadow the Hedgehog deck. Fucking hilarious. I really don't like Reclaim, by the way. I would much rather you just like run a Mortuary Mire if you wanted something like that. Like, Mortuary Mire is just so much better at doing that sort of thing. Just like, boop, put a creature card back on top. And that even works with Metamorphosis Fanatic just as well. But yeah, that being on a land drop is just so much better in my mind than a Reclaim. Mortuary Mire can't get Rollick. Okay. I don't think that's that big of a deal. You have enough. You have other removal. I love this song too. This is my favorite song on the album. For a land card put on the battlefield. Hey, okay, here's the thing. Okay, Mortuary Mire can't get Rollick, but Mortuary Mire works with Tempt with Discovery. Like, I don't know. Every card has ups and downs. All I'm saying is, like, Noxious Revival is hardly worth a card. The only reason this is worth a card is because it's 0 mana. Yeah, all I need to do is 2 word. I'll do anything for you. Bounce all the creatures that are smaller. You. What's the toughness one it called again? Arbor Adherent. It's a big dork you can cast with Glarb. I don't know if I like all this stuff that's just like you can play extra lands. I don't think that's the way you want to be ramping. Either way, Sakura Tribe. Like, because you'll gas out of lands in your hand eventually. So, like, I like Azusa when you have, like, a way to put a bunch of lands in your hand. Oh, but you can play lands off the top. You can play lands off the top. Chat, ignore me. Chat, I'm being a silly goose. I do like the shuffle that you can bank with Sakura Tribe Elder, though. Azusa single but looking back in. Yeah, no, I'm aware now. I'm keeping this. Tapped. Takanuma. Glarb. So, Living Death's on top of our library. Let's surveil 2. Top. Probably just hold up removal. Surveil 2 again. Rearrange these so you draw the right one. Okay. Xenos, you're my friend. Okay, I see what you mean with the ramp issue now. I think we're gonna go down tooth and nail. World Shaper out. Ugh, it sucks. I think World Shaper's too slow. And I think we're gonna just go up a couple better ramp options. What those look like? Good question. Oh, I don't like Dryad Arbor. So it's probably gonna look like Castle Garenbrig. Right. This is a soul land for a for creatures. Ice Till's already in. No, I don't want dorks. I don't like dorks. I think for this deck, dorks just getting shit stuck on the top is just like so annoying. How do you feel about Monster Manual? There's the top, and then also Harrow. Fuck Harrow, dude. Oh my god, Harrow's such a bad card. Unless you're like Turbo Landfall on a budget, Harrow is just like such a nightmare piece of cardboard. You know what isn't though? Sowing Microspawn. Search your library for a land card, put on the battlefield, then shuffle, and then you can get Mortuary Mire, put a creature back on top. It's funny. Alright, let's try Monster Manual. But Glarb can rip weenies off the top, and having turn 2 is insane value, no? Okay, I think chat's mishearing. Dorks are like, get stuck on top. They're a little annoying. With dorks are bad. Dorks are not bad. I think, yeah, Molt Tender. Okay, Molt Tender I'll give you. Molt Tender is a fun one. Because you can mill a card, right? So like this in play with Glarb out, yeah, is cool. But in generally speaking, I don't know if you want to be having too many dead cards on top with Glarb. And I know Glarb can rip the weenies off the top. I know Glarb has Surveil 2 on him. Besides the point. Is Nylea cracked for this deck? It might be delay. I think it would keep this. Glarb. Boop. That's Alpha Death Claw. Yeah, we don't need either of these. Okay, great. Do we want to draw this? Noxious Revival. Nah, probably not. All right, great. Dink. Shuffle this. Dink. Surveil 2. Yeah, Graveyard. That's an Archfiend of Depravity. All right, let's emerge an ultimatum. Okay, 3 monocolored cards with different names. Yeah. Arden. Profaner of the Dead. Oh no, Breach the Multiverse. Stupid fuck dragon. Wait, what? Oh, ID 1. Yeah, no, we can't get the green dragon. Mana value equals 8. Equals 7. Equals 6. I guess Metamorphosis Fanatic. Alright, which one am I getting, chat? Which two am I getting? Valgavoth. Yes, Valgavoth. My bad. Instead of Metamorphosis Fanatic, Valgavoth. This is the pile. I concede. Exactly. Okay, great. So Emergent Ultimatum is a good card. This is turn 5, by the way. You sicko. Arden and Breach. Or do you want me to have Valgavoth Arden? Because, like, either Valgavoth or like Arden, I think is the card that chat will mostly agree is like probably the one that you're gonna let me have. But there are definitely some lines of thinking for these two that you need to think about really hard. Yeah, this is a 3 for sure. You don't make Valgavoth on turn 5 in bracket 2. I just don't want to read those. You don't know what Breach the Multiverse or Valgavoth does at the top of your head. I am so sorry. Do you cast them? I will free cast both of these. Or like free cast Arden plus one other card. Anyway, if you're making Valgavoth on turn 5, your deck's ready. End of discussion. You're good. You're good. Go. Go terrorize some people, you evil genius. You don't need Uber MTG-tism to understand what, like, two of the best reanimation threats do. All right, we have a Bina deck here. We have Jish. Okay, great. I'm quoting chat. Haunted Starlight. I'm quoting chat. I'm saying you don't need that to understand what Valgavoth does. Like, Valgavoth does. You have fucking Orbs of Warding in your deck. I need an explanation now. I really want this to be the deck where people talk a lot at the table, figure out who's the best to attack. I don't necessarily want to pillow for it, but if that's what's smart, I'll go that route. My pod doesn't do a lot of talking. I'm proxying this list. My main issue is I use EDH Rec, and then I move to decks I find online, and then I try to use them from Rec. But some of the cards... Okay, why are we running Orbs of Warding? The fuck is this? It looked funny. Oh my god. I'm going to be making a lot of cuts here, chat, and I'm not going to be explaining them. And you're just going to have to understand that it's happening for a reason. You motherfuckers. Are you running Exquisite Blood combo? You're not. It's just for life gain? I would not, you could not make me play 5 mana gain 20. You could not pay me to put that in my deck. It gains a lot of life. No, but like, yeah, sure. So does Beacon of Immortality, and then Beacon gains like 40 all at once. It gains a lot more than 20, yeah, over the course of a game. Whenever a creature plays, the people are going to attack you anyway. People are going to attack you anyway. Equal to the number of attacking creatures. Okay, so I do like Light Mine Field a lot more. But here's the thing. They can just swing 1/20/20 Merit Lage at you, and then you explode. Right? That's not what I'm always thinking about. Ghostly Prison. I pay 2 for my Merit Lage. You die. You've effectively drawn nothing. Cunning Rhetoric. I just don't attack you. You don't draw cards. Like, it's... Cunning Rhetoric of these is probably the best one. Okay. Teysa, no. I love Teysa, but Teysa is also 7 mana. I also refuse to run Teferi's Protection and Farewell. Well, great news. I was not going to put either of those in this deck. Okay, see, I love the concept of Deathbringer Leash here. Let's lean more into this. We can do a lot more with, like, Inklings and stuff. That's fun. We already have all the Inkling cards that are good. Okay, great. I know I'm a bad deck builder. No, it's fine. I think you're actually, by the way, Bina, you really just want to be curving out. You don't really want to be ramping too much. I think you're the happiest if you just go like, I cast my spells in order and go a little creature heavy with it. Darian's a little bit mid. I don't like all of these like damage punishers where it's just like I take damage and then your creature, or like I do something slightly annoying. Like Witch King of Angmar is a no mercy. That is a good effect. I'm fine with Witch King. Utter End, we're entering Wrath territory at 4 mana. I'm not a big fan. Destroy creatures that dealt damage to you this turn. Like, no, just... You have Settle the Wreckage at your disposal, and you're choosing the worst card ever. Consumed by Greed would be way better as a Soul Shatter. I'm cutting a lot of cards here that I would actually literally describe as strictly worse kind of cards. That one does regrowth a creature, I suppose, the one I did cut right there. So it's not strictly, but... I like Secret Rendezvous. I like Feed the Storm. Okay. We have a nice starting point here now. Is what it feels like. So, let's start with Keen Duelist. Keen Duelist is fun. You reveal the top card of your library. You reveal the top card of an opponent's library. You each punch each other for the mana value of that card. You put it in your hand. Fun. You already have Duskmourn's Claim. Let's do both. Next. I am very curious to see how you feel about cards that trigger when you put counters on them. It's Dusk Legion Duelist. It's already in. Okay, that one's already in, but the other ones aren't. So you could be running... Hi, Neardine. You could be running the 5-minute Fetid Gargantua. I do like this card a lot, actually, and I think it is very good. 5 mana... Whenever one or more counters are put on it, you may draw 2 cards if you do lose 2 life. Now, this seems bad because you pay 5 mana and then tap out for it. But it draws you the cards right away because whenever a player attacks one of your opponents, that player draws a card and you put 2 counters. So you can trigger Bina yourself with a different creature, and then you just draw 2 cards right away. And then when opponents do it, you'll also draw 2 cards, lose 2 life. Sigarda's Summons is a good reversal here. I don't like Lord of Bones that much in this deck, because Lord of Bones needs to exile the creature before his trigger does anything. Lord of Bones is a good card, and it's a card I put in decks frequently, but here it's not really required, just because of how awkward the exile during combat trigger is with the putting counters on it. Creatures you control with +1/+1 counters to them have base power and toughness 4/4, have flying, and are angels. I think a Chthonian Nightmare. Chthonian Nightmare. Just because your commander is 3 mana. So being able to turn any creature back into your commander is super valuable because your commander is just like what wins you the game of Magic. And then I kind of want to just go like purely creatures for the rest of this. So I'm thinking like Mother of Runes. Then we can get a little bit more funny and political with it. Energy, uh-oh. No, don't worry about the energy. This says return... it says sacrifice a creature, return this to its owner's hand, return a creature card with mana value 3 or less. I have no clue energy. Chthonian Nightmare makes 3 energy when it enters. This just returns a mana value 3 or less creature. And if you return a 2-drop or less, you can then start returning 4-drops and stuff. Like Chthonian Nightmare is an entirely self-contained card. Pretend this says you get 3 Schmiggly counters. Like, I don't know. It doesn't fucking matter. It does not matter that it's energy, is what I'm trying to drive home here. It does not matter that this is energy. It's entirely self-contained as a Magic the Gathering card. All right, let's do Lauren. I do like IR's Oathsworn. The only issue with IR's Oathsworn is she doesn't keep tutoring. You need a perfectly manipulator to have 4 counters, and then you get 1 tutor, and then you need a way to remove counters. But I get what your head's at. Like, you could run, Hopeful Initiate. Oh, it's already in. What about the, stupid, Scholar of New Horizons can remove counters? Nesting Grounds. Okay, now I'm in. Because we have ways to move counters around and take counters off stuff. So let's do Iara's Oathsworn as like a repeatable tutor card. That's fun. Taru, yeah. Very good card with the making your opponents draw cards, the deck. Exemplar of Light. Yes, Exemplar of Light works well. Whenever this gets counters, you draw cards. She puts counters on it, you draw cards. All right. I think we need some amount of protection spells now. So like Selfless Spirit comes to mind as like one that I'm like, damn. And now we have a fun little loop here where you go attack you with where's the stupid fucking Combat Calligrapher. Hit you with the Inkling and the Flying. Then Chthonian Nightmare, sack the Inkling, bring back the Selfless Spirit. The Duke is okay. Mana value equals 3. Exile. Indestructible. Not Windborn Muse. I'm taking Windborn Muse out if it's in. I didn't see it. Selfless Glyph Weaver. 3 mana, exile this other creatures you control, get indestructible. Choose a creature planeswalker, then destroy everything else on the back. Is Mangar even good? No. I was literally talking about Mangar earlier. I do like Boromir. Hang on, I really need to pin your message, Big Boo. Bomir is just so fucking funny.
All right. Once again, just need more protection. Guardian of Faith. I don't think Redain's that good. I like Redain enough, but I'd much rather just have board wipe protection. Dawn Charm. It's a nice fog and protection spell doubler. We're on Mother, but not Giver. I always like Mother more than Giver. It's not even a contest. Your temple is under attack. Why not both? Because I'm going to put Starfield Shepherd in this deck. And Walking Ballista. We're not even going to go infinite with Walking Ballista. We're just going to cast this for X's 1 and then start putting Bina counters on it. That one that gives you a counter if you main phase it. Oh, the addendum one? No, that one sucks. I'm not a big fan of that card. What I like about your temples under attack is you can get a little political with it. Yeah, I mean, Valuable List is real. Emperor Bones, we talked about it earlier, Nerdine. What I don't like about Emperor Bones in this deck is the exiles at beginning of combat, and then Brina's putting counters off of combat. So you only... What I like about Fetid Gargantua is when you put, like... When you have 3 triggers of Brina per turn rotation, you get 6 cards. With Emperor Bones, you only ever get X combats. So then do I need Proliferate in this deck? No. Why do you need Proliferate? But it synergizes with your Adaptudes and stuff. Oh my goodness gracious, please. I'm begging you, chat, to listen. Listen. If you trigger Brina on 3 players' turns, Dusk Legion Duelist draws 3 cards. Emperor of Bones exiles 1 card per turn rotation, and therefore, if you trigger Brina 3 times on an Emperor of Bones, you only get 1 payoff. You only get 1 instance of the creature coming back, which is not the best. Emperor of Bones is not a bad card. It just has Clunk. And it's not a free ball. It's like, there's a lot of other things you need to keep in mind. How fast are the graveyards filling up and stuff. Like, I put Emperor of Bones in decks. It's in here. Emperor of Bones is in this list, my Reanimator deck, because it's a Reanimate that gives haste. And that's super important for Gwenum. Right? So I understand. I vibe. I get it. But like, also, it's not the free ball. It's, you know, there's a little bit more nuance to just like, it says when it triggers, it triggers when it gets counters. It's just like, no. It only happens once though. It doesn't matter. Yeah, the protection spell with addendum. I'm familiar. So let's put Constable of the Realm in. I am a big Constable of the Realm enjoyer. And then maybe you can do something like the type dog O counter each other. Generous Pup. Whenever one or more counters are put on Generous Pup, put a counter on each other creature you control. Only triggers once each turn. And then this is the special tech that they don't want you to know about. You put Embrose in. Shale, Dean of Radiance. Tap, put a counter on each creature that entered the battlefield under your control this turn. Flip side, Embrose, Dean of Shadow. Put a counter on target creature. Then it does 2 damage to that creature. Whenever a creature you control with a counter on it dies, draw a card. Here's the thing. That first ability can ping Llanowar Elves to death. Second ability, draws you cards when your creatures die. It's literally like such a good card. And then also triggers your +1/+1 counter stuff. Question. If you have a card that can trigger only once per turn, but you have a card that doubles triggers, does it override it? I don't remember. I think so. Like, if I had to guess, I would say yes, but... let's Graveyard Chthonian Nightmare. Keen Duelist. We reveal Swamp. Selfless Spirit. Oh, we had Smothering Tithe. It was better to Smothering Tithe than turn 4 here. I got blinded by the Keen Duelist. Bina. Hooray! Oh, well, it is in that player's turn, so we wouldn't actually get this. Dink. Probably just smart to leave Anguish to Making Up. Like, this feels pretty decent. Attack with Bina. Okay, I think Tragic Arrogance should maybe be a Winds of Abandon. And Chromomantic Escape, we added Dawn Charm, which is a fog. It's a political deck near D, and it's to jerk off an opponent. It's not really for nuking people. Water Tribe Rallier. That is a card I do like. I just don't think it's necessary for this deck. I think I more want like a Werefox Bodyguard. It flashes in, it removes something, or it protects something. I think Archangel of Tides is maybe too slow. Dude, I always call Group Hug Group Tug. That's all it does. We can do... Actually, this should be Withering Torment. And then... maybe like Cathar Commando? Base Selfless Spirit. Move to combat. Dink. 2 counters here. Draw a card. Whoa, wait, chat. You're now in permanent hell. We have Together Forever Selfless Spirit. Oop, sack it. You didn't kill Bina. Constable of the Realm. Here comes Bina. 2 counters here. Exile your thing. Draw a card. Move to discard. Vault of the Archangel. Like, even if Bina died here, you go... Felisa. At that point, actually, you might as well just Command Zone Bina. Boop. Think. Think, think. Boop. Oh. Bring it back to hand. Like, Together Forever is such a fucked up card. Quick question, why Moxfield over Architect? I see it as a more popular option all the time, but I've been using Architect and I love it. Here's the thing, Architect's ugly as fuck. Pro PD, thank you for the Prime sub? Yeah, that's Prime. I think this deck's good to go. Why Moxfield over Architect? Architect's ugly as shit. How many of you would not watch if I was playtesting an Architect right now? Like, the playtester matters so much more. The aesthetic of the playtester matters so much more for me. You're scaring sponsors out. Listen, I'll start using Architect on stream when they start giving me money. If they give me $500 a month, I'll start using Architect on stream and shilling Architect. Architect's my favorite deck building software. I love Architects. It automatically puts my cards into useless categories that I don't really even care about. God, I'm never getting sponsored by Architect. Anyway, just thank you for submitting your deck. Do we have Barry here? AKA Berserk here. What's your thoughts on Virtue Persistence? I genuinely think it's too slow. I genuinely do think it's too slow. I used to run it in IRA, and I've played it in IRA a bunch. And I have gotten to my upkeep with it 0 times. I have played that card maybe 5 times in IRA. I have never fucking untapped with the thing. So it is just far too slow. So yeah, I know I used to run it. The other mode is fine. I was literally mostly running it for Lockthwain Scorn because it gains 2 life. But the fact that this is a sorcery is so bad. Like, this is actually detrimental. But -3/-3 is good. The list of all the decks you reviewed. No. And the reason why is because if I have the decks not unlisted, then people assume they're my decks. I've gotten a lot of comments, when are you making a video on this deck, when it's a deck review from a stream? Having strong opinions versus Architect versus Moxfield is so weird. I do not hate people who use Architect. I would never. It's just so ugly, and that's just the gist. Okay, so it does not appear that we have Berserk here. So let's go ahead and move on here to Basilisk/Bass. We have you here. Either way, I can do this deck because they said we can do it without them. Okay, we have a fun Druneth deck here. Druneth is Jackal. For those that are not familiar with the Omen Path names, Jackal copies spells with the same mana value. Thank you, Elk. Appreciate it. Have my Mana Burn deck next week. Mana Burn deck. It's missing a card already? Okay, well, we'll add a card. No issue. Let's read the blurb. Leverage repeatable non-legendary clothing from Commander plus a pod style to a curve. Mana value-based tutors. Roaming opponents and Simic token nonsense. Okay. No budget. No universes beyond Spider-Man/TMT. Although Through the Omen Paths is good. Bracket 2. Everything else is fair game. Deck was originally constructed as a challenge to myself to not be so much of a hater on the whole set. Consistency with the curve is an issue. Assembling value engines, card advantage, better clone targets. Okay. So. I hate Dryad Arbor. Please stop running Dryad Arbor in your decks. I'm begging you. I want more counter manipulation. Mockingbird's already in. Hmm. What are your thoughts on a Turgid deck that force feeds your opponent's cards? That sounds very similar to like a lot of Turgid decks. I don't think that's that extreme. I don't really like Boom Pile. I don't know what we're doing there. Oh, you need it to wipe the board in Simic. It's like, no, silly goose. There's plenty of ways Simic can deal with things that aren't that. Like, you already have Perplexing Test. You know what's up. Have you seen people proximating the Omen Path cards? I am the people proximating Omen Path cards. I own them in paper. I've given a fine man in China money to activate his printer and print them out for me. You can see control evolve. Altered Ego is cute. Is there a way to remove counters? We have Power Conduit already. So removing counters is the main thing that has me interested with Druneth here. Thank you, Sailor for Sale, for the Prime sub. Remove a supply counter, draw a card now. Breacher. I just want to be able to reset my Druneth and like, you know what I mean? Like, you could Agatha's Soul Cauldron onto Druneth, I guess, and then just like, it's Walking Ballista Bowl now, and it's etc. Like, that's funny, but okay, this is getting close to what I want. You can try Blinking Druneth, but that resets him all the way. Like, I want to like cast a 3-drop, go to 4, and then reduce his +1/+1 counter by 1, cast another 3-drop, right? Like, I want to stick in the middle of the curve. I don't want to just go down back to 0. How do you do this for 3 hours without your brain melting? My brain usually does melt. Putting -1/-1 counters would work. Yeah, Sage of Fables is the card I'm thinking of. It's already in the deck. Ah! Zemek Guildmage! Are you a video gamer? Not really. What's the satchel called? The card that's like creature tokens you control have flying. In Simic. Druidic Satchel. It's an artifact. Is board games a video game? No. Combine Chrysalis. It's already in. Move. Why Ruxa? From among creatures you control. Yeah, there's nesting ground. I don't know if it's already in or not. It is. I guess Incubation Druid's fine. Adrix and Nev would actually be very good in here. But the copy isn't legendary, yeah. Does it piss anyone else off that like every single clone is a non-legendary clone now? No, it's bad. It doesn't work. Oh yeah, because we're copying spells on the stack. We need Twinning Staff. Whenever you copy a spell, copy it again. Oh, we already have Agatha Soul Cauldron. Spike Weaver. You can now fog forever. Bruneth. Copy your Llanowar Elves twice. Except this turns into the token needs to copy a 0-drop or nothing at all. This turns into a Llanowar Elf. This one doesn't. Because you didn't spend mana on this one. Anyway, green blue. Neoform this one. Hello, Silosidarius. I think a Fauna Shaman. Being able to turn one of these 1-drops into a 2-drop that can then turn into creatures is very valuable for this deck. I don't really like Tribute in 2-color decks. It's very hard to cast that card. Maybe you hold the Arbor Elf. Well, now I feel like an idiot. Hindsight is something or other, as they say. All right, here comes the Fauna Shaman carry. Secure Tribe Builder. Secure Tribe Builder. Sack. They're an Ouroboros in this deck. That would be pretty funny, wouldn't it? All right, we need a 3-drop now. Fauna Shaman. Discard the Quiddler. Like, see, Fauna Shaman just carries your ass. Because it lets you perfectly fix your curve. Okay, great. Search for mana value 2 or less. Aggressive Biomancy. Rapid. Birthing Pod Spellseeker, no 4-drop. Spike Weaver to Fog. Fog. Remove a counter from Spike Weaver, put it on Druneth. Next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Peregrine Drake. Copy Peregrine Drake. So now we have 10 mana to work with this turn. You want to help me with your deck? I would love to help you with your deck if you get a deck review for next week. Behold. I will also help you with your deck review, or with your deck if you get a bunch of channel points. All right, we're going to sack the Peregrine Drake copy. Mana value equals 6. AC, sure. 1, 2, 3. Phyrexian Metamorph the Birthing Pod. Like, this feels pretty good. Like, here you'd probably actually cast Reclamation Sage, sack it, get Herald. Yeah, I think Ouroboros fucks in this deck so hard. Like, I think this just has to be non-negotiable. Oh yeah, true, you can Biomancy the Drake. Is there an Ozolith for when the counter's removed? I don't think you just want to immediately stick a million counters on this thing. I think Drunith is most powerful at around 2 to 3 mana. Like, in this range is where Drunith is most powerful. What does the commander say? Whenever you cast a creature spell with mana value less than Drunith's power, copy that spell, except the copy isn't legendary. Then you put a counter on Drunith. So you really want Drunith to be in the 4-drop range here. Not like a million mana. I think it's Bugenhagen. I like the Biophagus more. I'm almost tempted to put like Doppelgang in this deck, but then you get like a little combo-y, which is a little... I think it betrays what this deck is trying to do. Maybe out with Bite of Thassa and in with what does Ponder accomplish here? Actually, good question. Like maybe Ponder isn't in here. I do like For the Common Good. I'm looking for a creature with like a fun ETB style effect. Maybe around 4 mana that's like an overrun. Biovisionary is actually really cute. Yeah, let's do Biovisionary. You can win the game with copies of Biovisionary. That's a lot of fun, actually. Glass Pool Mimic. Let's give this one more whirl. Bummer. We are a 40 lander though, so that's just variance. This is keepable. Let's get Drunith online. Actually, let's play the Zemek Guild Mage here. Yeah, it's fine. Sphere Grid's expensive for a card that I honestly am just not a big fan of. Like, expensive monetarily wise. Even though this is like no budget, it's just like... it does things, sure, but... Does it close the game? Not really. Wow, whiff. That's embarrassing. Are we moving to our end step right away? Yeah, let's just drop Ouroborid. Guys, great news. We hit a 3-drop. All right, Tajaru Warcaller. It doesn't give trample. I think this is good to go. You can do some funny For the Common Good, Spellseeker, aggressive Biomancy stuff. Verdurous Gear Hulk. Is that the one that just puts counters on shit? No. Okay, last chance. Buried. Do we have Berserk here? Because, yes, this doesn't say do it without me anywhere in our DMs. So I think Berserkier just missed the stream. Berserkier will do it on Tuesday. Or you can let me know if you want me to just do it without you on Tuesday. But Twitch, YouTube, thank you for stopping by. I'm going to end the stream here for YouTube.